First, the headlines. Prime Minister says government is giving a special emphasis to the promotion of small and medium enterprises to take forward the economy. Government has decided to extend the closure of the school classes up to grade 8 till 28th of this month in the districts affected by COVID-19. Pakistan has expressed profound grief and sorrow over the loss of precious lives and destruction caused by floods in Indonesia. 29 militants have been killed in Russian airstrikes in Shirin provinces of Hama and Deir el-Zor. Third and final one-day international between Pakistan and South Africa will be played at Centurion tomorrow. And now, the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan has said the government is laying special emphasis on the promotion of small and medium enterprises to take forward the economy. He expressed these views while chairing a meeting in Islamabad today to review Gujranwala Development Plan and Rawalpindi Regeneration and Narlalai Expressway projects being implemented under the Regional Development Strategy in Punjab. The Prime Minister assured that the federal government will extend all possible cooperation for the implementation of Regional Development Strategy. Under the proposed plan, special focus will be given to the agriculture, manufacturing and services sectors in order to fully exploit the potential of Gujranwala division. On the occasion, the Prime Minister was also briefed about Narlalai Expressway project and the best possible use of land around it. In his remarks, Prime Minister Imran Khan said this project will play an important role in the transformation of Rawalpindi city by addressing its problems and generating economic activity. The government has decided to extend the closure of school classes from 1 to 8 till 28th of this month in the districts affected by the COVID-19. The decision to this effect was taken at a meeting of the Provincial Health and Education Ministers, chaired by Minister for Federal Education Shafkat Mahmood in Islamabad today. Later briefing the media persons, Shafkat Mahmood said the classes from 9 to 12 will resume from 19th of this month, even in the affected districts, with strict compliance of standard operating procedures. He said this decision has been taken so that the students can prepare for their board exams, which will be held not before the third week of the next month. The minister said the universities in affected districts will also remain closed. He said O and A levels examinations will be held as per the schedule with strict observance of the SOPs. Minister for Planning and Development Asad Umar has said increased restrictions, broader lockdowns and strong enforcement of SOPs have started showing their effect. In a tweet today, he said initial signs of positivity are slowing. However, due to momentum of last 2 weeks, patients on critical care and mortality will stay at high levels for some time. He urged the people to continue to follow the SOPs regarding the COVID-19. In another tweet, Asad Umar said over 1 million people have so far been vaccinated against the COVID-19 in the country. Meanwhile, the Sindh government has decided to vaccinate inmates in all prisons across the province from tomorrow. 103 more deaths and 3,953 new coronavirus infections have been reported in the country, according to the National Command and Operations Center. There are now 63,102 active cases of COVID-19 in the country. The death toll of the pandemic has now soared to 14,924, while 618,158 patients fully recovered from the disease. Finance Minister Hamad Azhar has emphasized rationalizing the salaries, pensions, allowances and perks of employees by removing anomalies to ensure their equality. Talking to the chairperson of Pay and Pension Commission, Nargis Sethi, in Islamabad today, the Finance Minister stressed to find a way forward which is transparent, feasible and sustainable in the long run. Pakistan has expressed profound grief and sorrow over the loss of precious lives, missing persons and destruction caused by floods and landslides in Indonesia. In a tweet today, Foreign Office spokesperson Zahid Hafiz Chaudhry said, "Our thoughts and prayers are with the victims, their families and brotherly people of the Indonesia." This is Radio Pakistan. Pakistan's permanent representative to the United Nations, Munir Akram, says Pakistan's active diplomacy has fully exposed the reality of India's oppressive policies in Kashmir and against Indian Muslims. In an interview with PTV, he said people in various parts of the world, including the Western countries, now recognize the nature of New India, which has a fascist face and an ideology of hate against the Muslims and other minorities. Munir Akram said Pakistan is an important player in the region within the Islamic world and the United Nations. Azad Jammu and Kashmir President Sardar Masood Khan has said that Kashmiri people are not against the renewal of the ceasefire agreement between Pakistan and India but want to see the same in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Addressing a webinar in Muzaffarabad today, he said the ceasefire should also be observed in Srinagar, Baramulla, Shipaiya, Pulwama, Jammu, Poonch and Rajouri, where innocent Kashmiris are being assassinated on daily basis. Sardar Masood Khan said the Kashmiris firmly believe that Pakistani leadership and 220 million people will never leave Kashmiris alone and continue supporting them till their right to self-determination. Addressing the webinar, ex-Pakistan's ambassador to India Abdul Basit said that without resolving Kashmir issue, relations between Pakistan and India could never be normalized. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, Hurriyat leaders and organizations have said peace and stability in the region is directly connected to the final settlement of the Kashmir dispute as per the relevant resolution of the United Nations Security Council. Hurriyat leaders and organizations in their statements in Srinagar said India has turned out to be an enemy of peace by resorting to illegal actions of 5th of August 2019 in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. They said that Kashmir is an internationally recognized dispute and India cannot change its status unilaterally. They urged the world to impress upon India to withdraw its unconstitutional actions and restore Kashmir's special status. Indian troops arrested several youth, including 2 women, during the violent cordon and search operations in different areas in Sopore, Budgam and Kulgam districts. In Afghanistan, 8 fighters, including 5 militants and 3 police, were killed as clash broke out in northern Kunduz province today. Provincial government spokesman Asmatullah Muradi said the clash erupted after a group of Taliban militants attacked security checkpoints in Bala Kawal area outside the Kunduz city. 29 militants have been killed in Russian airstrikes in Shirin provinces of Hama and Deir al-Zor. Syrian Observatory for Human Rights said that 70 airstrikes were carried out over the past 72 hours. Israeli soldiers martyred a Palestinian and injured his wife at army checkpoint in Ramallah today. Palestinian Health Ministry said in a statement that Osama Mansour, 42, was shot in the head with a live bullet. Meanwhile, addressing a cabinet meeting online, Palestinian Prime Minister Mohammed Shtayyeh has urged international parties to exert pressure on Israel to allow holding the upcoming Palestinian elections in East Jerusalem. The third and final one-day international between Pakistan and South Africa will be played at Centurion tomorrow. The 3-match series is leveled 1-1. And finally, the weather report. Mainly dry weather is likely to prevail in most parts of the country during the next 24 hours. However, partly cloudy weather with chances of rain, wind and thunderstorm is expected in Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Gilgit-Baltistan, Kashmir and its adjoining areas. To end the news, once again the headlines. Prime Minister says government is giving special emphasis to promotion of small and medium enterprises to take forward the economy. Government has decided to extend the closure of the school classes up to grade 8 till 28th of this month in the districts affected by the COVID-19. Pakistan has expressed profound grief and sorrow over the loss of precious lives and destruction caused by floods in Indonesia. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, Hurriyat leaders and organizations have emphasized that peace and stability in the region is directly connected to the resolution of Kashmir dispute. 29 militants have been killed in Russian airstrikes in Shirin provinces of Hama and Deir al-Zor. third and final one-day international between Pakistan and South Africa will be played at Centurion tomorrow. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gv.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.